World War II was a global conflict that reshaped the world, marked by pivotal events, decisive battles, and immense human cost. This colossal war, lasting from 1939 to 1945, involved the vast majority of the world's nations, grouped into two opposing military alliances, the Allies and the Axis. Today, we'll voyage through the major events that define this critical chapter in human history. Our story begins on September 1st, 1939, when Germany, led by Adolf Hitler, invaded Poland. This aggressive expansion triggered Britain and France to declare war on Germany 2 days later, officially marking the start of World War II. Germany's quick success in Poland was achieved using a military strategy known as Blitzkrieg, or lightning war, which emphasized speed and overwhelming force. As the conflict escalated, the war's next significant turn unfolded in the spring of 1940. Germany launched its offensive in Western Europe, swiftly invading Norway and Denmark in April. The offensive continued with breathtaking speed as German forces conquered Belgium, the Netherlands, and Luxembourg by May. The fall of France followed in June 1940, leading to the establishment of the Vichy regime and leaving Britain standing almost alone against the Axis powers. Amidst this chaos, another critical event took place across the Atlantic. On December 7th, 1941, the Japanese launched a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, a U.S. naval base in Hawaii. This act of aggression led the United States to join the Allies, transforming the conflict into a truly global war. The entry of the United States brought immense industrial power and military might to the Allied cause, significantly impacting the course of the war. In the following year, the Battle of Stalingrad from 1942 to 1943 marked a major turning point on the Eastern Front. This grueling battle was one of the deadliest in history, with staggering losses on both sides. The Soviet Union's victory in Stalingrad ended Germany's advances into Eastern Europe and paved the way for Soviet offensives that would eventually push German forces back toward their own borders. Meanwhile, in North Africa, the Allies secured another vital victory at El Alamein in late 1942. British and Commonwealth forces, led by General Bernard Montgomery, defeated the German Afrika Korps, commanded by Field Marshal Erwin Rommel. This victory was crucial, ensuring control over the Suez Canal and paving the way for an Allied invasion of southern Europe. The year 1944 saw perhaps the most significant event in Western Europe, D-Day. On June 6, 1944, Allied forces launched Operation Overlord, the largest amphibious invasion in history, storming the beaches of Normandy in Nazi-occupied France. This bold and meticulously planned assault marked the beginning of the end for Nazi Germany, as it opened a new front and led to the liberation of Western Europe. As the Allies steadily advanced, the Axis powers were in retreat. By April 1945, Soviet forces had reached Berlin, and the city fell after fierce fighting. Adolf Hitler died by suicide on April 30th, 1945. With Berlin captured, Germany unconditionally surrendered on May 7th, 1945, an event commemorated on May 8th as VE Day Victory in Europe Day. However, the conflict was not yet over in the Pacific. The United States, in a bid to bring the war to a swift conclusion, made a momentous decision. On August 6th and 9th, 1945, atomic bombs were dropped on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The devastating impact of these bombings led to Japan's unconditional surrender on August 15th, 1945, a date now remembered as VJ Day Victory over Japan Day. The conclusion of World War II heralded a new world order. The victors set about rebuilding, attempting to ensure such a conflict never occurred again. The United Nations was established with the hope of maintaining international peace, and the devastated countries began to recover and rebuild. The world had been irrevocably changed, setting the stage for a new era. World War II's legacy is profound, with its lessons enduring in the collective memory of nations. From its very beginning with the invasion of Poland, Through the expansive global theater, to the fall of Berlin and the heart-wrenching end in Japan, its events continue to remind us of the consequences of conflict and the enduring quest for peace.